guys. I hope y'all having an awesome day. I'm having a pretty good day. So I haven't really been doing a lot of videos. I haven't been working out kind of like I should. Today was kind of one of the first days where I kind of worked out. I don't know. Remember I told y'all I'd be having a lot of anxiety at times. So I kind of got this situation that I was dealing with. And it kind of gave me a lot of anxiety. So when you have like extreme anxiety, it'll mess with your appetite. So I haven't been able to eat. So anything I eat, it kind of was, the nerves and everything in my stomach was kind of like messed up. So I haven't been able to eat. So today I'm doing like some chicken and some rice to try to hold some down. You want to go outside? Come on. It's cold out here. Don't be out here playing around now, okay? Go out here and do your thing. Get your butt back in the house. Get your butt back in the house, okay? So, yeah, I haven't really been able to eat like that. So I have to normally calm down and different stuff. So I want to tell you guys, if you guys have extreme anxiety like me, with the anxiety that's going on, I use lavender. So I take lavender, I put it into my machine. So if you have a diffuser, you put the lavender in your diffuser. And because I don't do medicine, so I'm not the type, and I'm not telling nobody not to take their medicine. If you taking your medicine, take your medicine. But me personally, medicine don't work for me, so I more or less do natural stuff. So I do the lavender. So I take the lavender and I put it through the diffuser. Then I take lavender and I put it right here on my chest. Because when I had surgery, I'm like, they came and put a patch on me. And I was like, what's? And I told her, I said, that's lavender. She said, yeah. I said, why you put that on? She said, because when you in surgery or getting ready to have surgery, people get a lot of anxiety. So lavender naturally calms you down. Like, that's a real fact. They use it in hospitals. They put a lavender patch on, well, depending on where. I was having a surgery on my wrist. So in the orthopedic, the surgeons that work on your hands and stuff, they put the patches and stuff on you. So, yeah, so they gave me that, and that worked out pretty good. So normally I do the anxiety. So with me, like my key, how I learned to deal with the anxiety, my key mechanism for me to deal with my anxiety, especially if it's people that I can cut off, I just block them. Because it's like, if I'm going to keep going back and forth, if we're going over this problem, my key to killing the anxiety, if I block the person, it's over. But when you're dealing with other stuff that you can't block out, that you have to deal with, you done, babe? Come on in the house. You can't be out here too long. Come on. And please don't put all that snow. Just stay right there a second. You be putting it all over the floor. I'm getting tired of mopping the floor behind you. You have to learn how to mop. I'm finna put some shoes or something on. You're going to be mopping, okay? And you ain't getting no treats, so don't ask for nothing. You're going to have some chicken and some rice, all right? You want chicken and rice, or you don't want that? If you don't, you eat your dog food. You're going to have chicken and rice. I'm cooking it. It ain't ready. So don't ask for no treat. You ain't getting no treat. Don't even start hollering about it. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so I was talking about the part about the anxiety. So when it's coming with stuff you have to deal with and you have to face stuff, like for me, especially like I'm dealing with the courts, or not necessarily like court, me going to court, like me taking somebody else to court, or me fighting against somebody else in litigation, not me fighting a case. So when I get into a mode like that, especially when I know that somebody then did something wrong, and the fact that I'm able to prove it, so I kind of go really hard. So it's like I'm having a lot of anxiety from that, and so that is kind of like, So another thing, for the people that know me, my rice is cooking. You hold on a second, okay? I'm just doing this rice and like this ginger chicken, okay? So I have the ability to, just fight it. And a lot of times my brain be thinking the legal side of it or whatever, because sometimes you can leave out something, and when you trying to appeal stuff, you got a certain amount of time to get your appeal in, and you have 10 days to appeal decisions and stuff. So you got to get all the legal stuff. You got to get it in. So, nowadays we don't have cell phones. Everybody got cell phones. Ain't nobody really paying cell phones, and the fax system is different now. So it's like, now it's time for me to fax this stuff. I don't have a landline. So I go fax this stuff. And a lot of these places you might pay for a fax. Faxing ain't like it used to be. You put it on there, you put the fax in. I mean, they do everything to a computer. You got to get them your documents. They got to scan it through, right? And then they got to fax. And they be so busy in these type of organizations where they don't got time to sit there on the fax. And a lot of time when you're dealing with these legal places where there's these 800 numbers, the lines be really, really busy. So it's going to take some time sometime. And you might be standing there a good 5-10 minutes and thinking your stuff went through and you will leave. And a lot of times it can reject it and don't go through. So I've had that to happen to me. Just let the food get done cooking. I've had that to happen a couple times to me where I was thinking that the document that went through and get our way home and wherever I'm at, and then the people will call me back and go, we're calling to tell you that we're sorry that your fax didn't go through. And I'll be like, what? So now you got to go and try to do it all over again, especially when it's a deadline. So I had a deadline where I had to have this stuff in. And so I was just like burned out. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And then another thing, like, I have to watch how I say these words, because I noticed that you get copyright stuff, so you have to watch how you say certain words. So for y'all that know that my son and his situation, you that know me, the people that did that, right? So when you're looking at, I get these court papers and documents all the time, right? I get this stuff all the time, and it'd be so overwhelming because when you're dealing with a lot of stuff that if it's some gang activities and stuff like that, I don't know about a lot of that stuff. So a lot of that stuff be overwhelming. So it's like I be have to ask people that know criminal stuff, because like say for instance somebody on a RICO case, right? And they charge this group with the RICO, and you'll be getting all these people, this person, that person, this person, this person, this person, this person, this. And a lot of times, some of these people probably weren't even actually there and was there, you know, in the house and did whatever to my family. But all these names are coming. So it got to the point that the court stuff was so overwhelming for me, and I didn't realize what was going on. So I basically stopped opening the mail. So like I have all these case papers and stuff. So I would just get them. And all these is these legal court papers, and it caused me a lot of anxiety. But these is like a lot of them kind of cover this up. But these all be from the federal governments and stuff. And I just stopped opening them, okay? I just got to the point they overwhelming. So you see where they come from? So I just get to the point where I stop opening them because they be so overwhelming. And then I'm not understanding, because now it's talking about some RICO stuff, and I'm asking. I got to call my family, my son, and say, what this mean? Does this mean? They be like, no, like they charging all of them because of, I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't understand it. I don't know. So it'd be overwhelming for me. Hold on, I'm gonna get you this rice, okay? And give you this little bit of meat. And you ain't just getting no rice. You ain't just gonna get meat. You gotta get some rice too. I'm gonna put in your bowl. Get that, and I'm gonna put some chicken in there. So you ain't no meat eater. Well, you gonna sit there like all you gonna have is chicken, huh? You can have chicken and rice. If you don't want chicken and rice, then you don't want nothing, because you be trying to just suck up all the meat. You decide you don't want to eat the meat. If you don't eat that rice, you ain't getting nothing else. You better eat everything. So Gino will turn out to be a meat eater. He'll turn around and don't want the rice. So he'll just try to eat just the meat. So I want him to eat the rice too. But anyway, dealing with that type of stuff, I don't know the legalities of that. So I kind of just, honestly, and every time I get those papers in the mail, it brings me back to what happened to my son. So I'm not going to lie, I stopped opening the mail because I got tired of seeing that stuff and reliving it and different things like that. So I happen to be talking to somebody that know, because all this stuff happened in another state. And I'm trying to be mindful of words I say, because you know I'm supposed to say this. But the person that unalived my son that did the I don't know if I can say that. They did the for hire. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can say that word. But they did the unaliving for hire. They paid somebody else to go do it, right? So because of the anxiety and stuff I have, I stopped opening a lot of that mail because I feel as though it's not doing me any good. It's causing me severe anxiety. I don't understand the legal side of it. I stop opening. So somebody just informed me that the man that was the you know, in the feds that paid for all this to go down, he was the one that put everything in motion and paid the hitters to go do this. He's no longer alive. He died in prison. And I was like, why didn't they tell me this? But then when I started thinking about it, they probably been notified me this man had died in prison. But because I stopped opening the mail, I never knew that the ringleader of this case that put everything in motion, he's no longer alive. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. So somebody just told me this. So I'm like, what? And first I'm mad at the justice system. Then I had to go back and say, those people probably did tell you, but you didn't. And they was like, yeah, that man been dead. He died a couple years ago. Because, you know, it's been 9 years. 10 probably, did he make 10 this year? And I'm like, what? And I'm furious because I got so much going on. I'm like, no, I can't be mad at the legal system because I'm for sure they sent me papers saying that this is true. But I want to verify on Monday if this is really true, because I really need to know that this particular person is gone. And I was just, you know, talking about this case, and the person that was involved in it, that did it, that admitted to doing it and did the, you know, testified and went to the feds and, you know, got everybody else. So he's the cause of, I think, oh my God, over 50 people in jail over on a RICO and all this and that, because he revealed a lot of stuff. But this particular person unalived 5 people, including my son. And if it wasn't for him, this case wouldn't be solved. So, if I'm not mistaken, y'all, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he only got, and I can't remember, I think they gave this man 10 years. And he did 5 people. But the district attorney told me that he helped 19 mothers, not just me, in the city of Chicago, okay, and all over, whoever families they did this to. The district attorney told me that because of his testimony, not just you, 19 mothers know who did the unaliving of their kids. And he participated in, with his own hands, 5, and my son happened to be one of them, okay? And I got to get it right, you know, and if I'm wrong, I'll come back and tell y'all. It might be 20 years he got for all that. Or maybe it's 10, and he told on all of them, you know. So I was just like, you know, a lot of people was upset and everything. And for a minute I was mad, and I was like, you know what? If this young man, or well, he no young man or whatever, he's in his 40s. If he would have never told who did this unthinkable to my family, and not only did they take my baby, they took the brother and my baby daddy, okay? So if he wouldn't have never told, this case would have never been solved. And the people would have still been running around. They still have been running around out there. So for me, and then to make this case even more badder, y'all, and make it worse, they was running around saying that my other living son did it. He did it for the money, that he did it. He went in there and did the unthinkable to his own daddy and brother and all these people. And then make it so bad, y'all, they was trying to convince me that my own birth son, I guess, listen, get my phone. Y'all not ever gonna get on the phone and convince me that my child, my 2 children, my only 2 sons in this world that I raised, and they thick as thieves, that he was involved in the unaliving of his brother and his daddy. And I said, so we want to take really be clear. And I said, and I don't want to be insensitive about y'all brother. But if my son did this and y'all saying it, ain't no way on God's green planet he will put me through that. My baby would have made it out of that house and there'd have been 2 other people in there. He wouldn't have never did that to his brother. That was his baby brother, but he treated him like if that was his son. That's how close he was with his brother. I said, ain't nothing in this world y'all can convince me and tell me that my child did this. I know my son. I know my son. I know his heart. I know the love that he had for his father, his brothers. I knew that he didn't do it. But you know, when people are angry, they'll try to convince you of anything because they angry. And I said, ain't nothing y'all can ever tell me that's going to make me believe that my child done that. He didn't do that. So, for that case to be solved, right, I was so happy that the man told, you know why, y'all? Because these people, and my baby daddy and them people, and the people they know, and I got to watch what I'm saying, they was trying to, you get what I'm saying? Some revenge. Because they believed in their whole hearts that my baby did that. And the decks was up. The decks was up. They was really on that. You know what I'm saying? They was really honest to God on that. You know what I'm saying? They really, the honest to God was on that. And like I told them, I done went through one tragedy. I ain't finna go through one. Then they was trying to convince me that it's true. I said, if y'all don't get the fuck off my phone with this, y'all crazy. This is not true. This is not true. Y'all crazy. So when the case got solved, y'all, I believe I only gave that man 10 years. I was so relieved. You know why? Because now these hitters can back up off my son and know that he didn't do it. So then my baby daddy brother had to finally call and he confessed that he was on that. But he was just trying to find the right way to do it. Yeah, he was on that. He really thought he did it. So, I'm just like, y'all don't know the relief that I feel behind that, you know, to have that case to go the way it did and the man to tell. And, you know, most people be, he need more time, and they'll be kicking and screaming. I'm, as a mother, I was just glad that they solved the case and my baby is still here, my other baby, because the truth was revealed. So I was so grateful that the truth came out, that I couldn't even have the anger for this man. I don't know if y'all remember this. Do y'all remember way back in the day? Some of y'all probably too young, but the people probably around my age. Y'all remember back in the day, they used to have, it ain't like First 48. They used to have these TV shows where they do documentaries where mothers will request to go to the prisons of the people that did the unthinkable to their family and sit down and ask them why and talk to them. I remember a mother from Minnesota and this guy and her son, you know, he knew the son or whatever, and he wound up doing that to her son. And I remember her making an appointment, and I remember her going to see him. And I remember she asked him why he do it, what he do, you know, did her son, you know, she was asking all these questions, you know, as a curious mother would. And in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I could never do that. I could never sit there and talk to this person. Oh, I can never, you know what I mean? And then after all that went on, that lady, and in this interview, they had them sitting across because it was a TV show. Police was in there, of course, he was handcuffed. She got up and hugged the person that did that to her child. And she came over and said, I had to come here and talk to you, baby. She's an older lady, so she referred to him as baby. Her son was a black guy, and the guy that did it was a white guy, you know. And she was like, and he just told her that he was, you know, severely, badly on drugs. He was drug-induced and just robbing and stuff like that. And, you know, if he could take it back, he would. And he never meant to bring her pain. The addiction was greater. So, but anyway, right, that lady, she talked to him, and I got to have some avocados because avocados is real healthy. I ain't going to even be able to eat this like that. Anyway, but that lady forgave that man. She forgave him for doing that to her child. She forgave him right there on the spot. And when I, like I said, when I watched that, I was like, ooh, I could never do that. Da, 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 da. Now, me being a mother, ooh, my avocados, oh, I gotta give them to, is they all bad? Now I can see why that lady did that. Because forgiveness is not for him. Forgiveness is for you. When you run around, okay, this one a lie. When you go around, I get this to the squirrels. They eat this. They love avocados. This for my babies and squirrel. Here, babe. This is squirrel that comes and visit, and he like avocados. So I give the unripe ones to him. He come and he eat them. But I can see that mother doing that and forgiving that guy and talking to him because she wanted peace with what happened to her son and different stuff like that. So weirdly, I thought about that. Like, I probably could see myself talking to the killer. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it that word. But talking to the guy that did that, the unalive, and I'm sorry, YouTube. I probably could see myself having a conversation with him and asking him. I already know why he did it. He was paid to do it. But just my baby's state of mind, how was he feeling? I know he was terrified, but then it might make me worse. I don't know if I want to hear that. But just wonder, do he have any guilt behind that? But yeah, so it's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes going on with me, y'all. And so it's like that. So now I gotta go back and relive and verify, that man, is he gone? So it's been a lot of stuff just go on in my head. So I'm just trying to process a lot of things. So that's why I ain't really been online. But I'm finna eat some chicken and rice. Try to eat some chicken and rice. And I'll talk to you guys in a later video. Hope y'all having a blessed day. And I'll talk to y'all at a later date. But I'm behind the scenes going through stuff. But I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I am doing great. I just, I got to go through it. That's the only way. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, a lot of stuff we don't want to face. But we have to. We have to. We don't have a choice. So I'm in that point. I don't have a choice. Some things I got to face it. I got to face it. And, and honestly, I think knowing if I can validate that number one person that caused all of this, if he's gone, I probably would start throwing all that paperwork in the garbage and not even reading it, because all that RICO stuff and them other people, I don't know. And I know that his son that helped participate, the same dude that did that to my son, did that to his son. So it's so crazy. And I don't want to be saying too much, because you never know who is who and who know who, and people looking and online, and these members and stuff with all that bad stuff, they take that stuff kind of serious. So it's just a bunch of crazy stuff. And like I said, this case so wacky and so odd, and so with all these type of bad people. Like, I never even went to court in Chicago. Now one day when I seen what that was, I don't know, y'all probably seen today, it's all over the news from people. Like, they bad. So I'm like, I ain't going up there with them people. And they see me and start harassing me now. But I think that the number one man, if it's true, I'm going to call the witness people, and I'm going to call the feds, and I'm going to call the district attorney that prosecute them. He's not on that case anymore. He's not a district attorney no more. He's what does he do? He's not a district attorney no more. What do he do now? Damn, he's not a district attorney. What do he do? He went up? Did he go to a judge? Yeah, because he talks to me like me and him talk. And we, when this case was going on, like, I got his personal number. So, he's like, anything I need, just talk to him or whatever. And I knew a lot of stuff about the case. He wouldn't share with the family because he felt like, to send the deck up. So a lot of them people had not been arraigned yet. So he didn't tell me the names, but he did tell me, because I was wondering, like, why ain't nobody. And it's so weird. I can't talk about a lot of this stuff, y'all. It's weird and crazy. But anyway, y'all have a great day. But mentally, I got a lot going on, and y'all pray for me, okay? And one thing I'm not a victim. I don't like to be like a victim. I always like to overcome stuff. But it's stuff now that I have to deal with, that I can't block this out. I have to know. And the only way for me to know, because they ain't going to give everybody that information. They wouldn't even give it to my son, because he's not the mother. They going to only give that to me. He don't get that to get that. And these people hearing because they from there. So, and they just told me yesterday. I just found out this and it's supposed to been happen. So y'all pray for me. Have a great day. Get away from the door. Come on.